Okay, y'all, Mercury is really messing with me. I was trying to tape the spirit messages and it kept cutting out. And I'm like, okay, what's going on? It's on the charger, so I don't know. All the electronics, the big TV just went out, just died. I haven't even had the TV for 2 years. And I'm like, are you kidding me? So Jazz is like, well, we need to get another TV. And I'm like, I just got the goddamn TV. So I am really, and lesson learned. I only got 1 year warranty on the fucking TV. Why did I do that? Doesn't even make any sense, but I digress. Let me move on. So I want to say something real quick before we get into the spirit messages. I had somebody reach out to me about being a priestess and not being available to people, especially for free. And I was like, oh, okay. I've gotten this message before and I've addressed it before. But of course, you could be new. Some of my day ones have heard this before, along with the do not miss your appointment, along with the scammer talk and everything. It's the three things that we talk about constantly on here. Um, when I when I read the message, I was like, okay, the first thing that I thought about is why are we entitled or we feel entitled to somebody's time or their energy? Because I don't owe anybody that. I don't have to prove or share my energy with people if I don't feel like it. I don't feel obligated. If I'm not spirit led to do it, then I'm not going to do it because my energy and my time is valuable to me, and I have family too. And I thought about it. Every Friday there's free readings, and it has nothing to do with priesthood or initiations or anything. Before I even thought about initiations, I was doing free Fridays as a way to thank people for supporting me. And before free Fridays, I was in a group, Psychic Medium Sisters, where I was doing readings for free because I was trying to hone my skills. And the best way to do that was to reach a lot of people. And so I never had an issue with that at all. That's why Free Fridays even came about. It was like, oh, okay, well, let's go ahead and start my page and let's do this. And a lot of my day ones will remember when I started Free Fridays, it used to be like maybe 10, 20 people. We would sit up there and put music on and laugh and dance, like pretty much like we do now. But now we're on a bigger scale because I have more followers. But the energy hasn't changed. I'm the same person. But we used to have fun, and I loved doing it because that was my way of giving back to people who were, loving me and supporting me. This was before I even started charging for readings. So I thought about it. You get the free Fridays. You also get the free monthlies, and I do 12 signs each month. And then you also get free weeklies. And that's not even including other things that I do for people outside of social media or people in my community that y'all don't know about because I don't broadcast it and I don't feel like I need to. I don't think I have to prove to anybody what my heart is or my level of empathy or compassion is or, with humanity. I do what I'm led to do, but I don't owe anybody anything. Um, I think when we come from a place of being ungrateful for things that we're getting, you're missing so much in that moment because you're like, okay, but yeah, you gave me this, but I want this. I want more. And I get it because I did the same thing this week and Spirit handled up on me. I had a credit card bill that was due and I paid it, but I paid it with this particular credit card company, you have to pay everything, your bill before 5 o'clock. I didn't pay it before 5. I paid it at 6:30, and when I realized that I paid it late, I was like, "Oh damn, they're gonna charge me a late fee," which makes no sense to me because I'm paying the bill on the date. But they not only want it on the date, they want it at a particular time. And so I was like, "Okay, that's not their fault that I was irresponsible and I got busy and missed the time." So I called the lady up and I was like, "Okay, look, I paid the bill on the date. It's technically, I don't feel like it should be late, but according to their criteria, it is." So she was like, well, you know what? I agree with you. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and take that $25 late fee off. And instead of paying 65, you're going to pay 40. And I was like, oh, thank you. I appreciate you. But then I got a little cocky with it. And I was like, well, if you're feeling really, really generous, you'll go ahead and just wipe out that whole bill this month. And Spirit was like, what's wrong with you? This woman just took $25 off your bill. You're not paying the full bill. Now you're being greedy. Now you're being ungrateful. And immediately I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Because not only was I being ungrateful, but I was also crossing boundaries. Um, putting her job in a situation where she didn't even have to do what she did. But she was like, yeah, I'll go ahead and take it off, even though, some credit card companies will. But she didn't have to. So I realized in that moment, it's like, okay, why did you cross boundaries? And it was like, well, I really didn't mean anything. It was just about me in that moment. So I get even with that comment, sometimes it's about what you want or what you feel. But sometimes too, we have to look at what people do for you. What are you getting? If you're already getting A, B, C, D in your favor, should you really be asking for something else? And then two, trying to make somebody feel bad by using their status or their ordination or their title like they owe you something because this is what this is like a priest. This is what they're supposed to do. And I get that. I come from a Catholic background, but I did not take a vow of poverty. I did not. I like to eat. If you haven't noticed, sister girl over here got a little, a little fluff on her because I like to eat. I like my lights on. I live in Texas. I like the AC. My AC bill was over $300 this month. So I was like, that needs to be paid. You know, I need to have water. So, because when I'm sweating and the sweat is dripping down my ass, I can wash it. So, there's certain things that I will give to people out of the kindness of my heart because I feel led to do it. But then there are certain things where there's monetary value exchange because I have to live, I have to survive. So, if you feel that you're not getting everything from me, or you question my heart, my compassion, and my empathy as a human, and how much I want to give back to humanity, realize that what I do comes from me wanting to give to people. And when I feel obligated, when I feel like people are coming at me like I should be doing this, then it doesn't make me feel like I want to give. It makes me feel like, damn, you're being ungrateful with everything that I'm already doing for you. So I will say, if you are feeling that way, you have to look at yourself and work on, like I did with the credit card company. Oh, what did I do? That wasn't about her. That was about me. Thinking about me in that moment, not realizing that I could put her job in jeopardy, or I was just being, greedy, or I was just being insensitive, to what this woman was telling me that she could do for me. We shouldn't be that way. We should look out for each other. And if you're getting something from me, it's a blessing. The same way when people do things for me, I see it as a blessing. I'm not entitled to it. I'm not entitled to anybody's time or their energy. When they choose to spend time with me, that's a blessing because they could be anywhere else. When they choose to do something for me, that's a blessing because they don't have to. And so, as I check myself, we have to kind of look at ourselves sometimes and go, okay, yeah, maybe I'm taking it a little bit too far. Maybe I need to step back and be in a moment of gratitude, a moment of being thankful for what I do have and not trying to push for maybe something else that I'm not supposed to have. All right. So I hope that answers, because it's more than a few people that sometimes come at me like that. It's like, you should do this. Or I love when people slide into the inbox and it's like, hey, Mambo, how you doing? Hope you're having a wonderful day and the world is treating you right. I'm having problems with Solomon. How does he feel about me? You're masking, which is not genuine. You're asking me how I feel, am I having a good day? But you're doing it with the understanding or with the agenda that I'm going to ask this question and I'm going to butter her up first and then get the question answered. No, no, I don't. I'm very perceptive about what people want from me, what the agenda is. I would be straight. I would prefer if you be straightforward. Hey, how does Solomon feel? Because all I'm going to do is tell you, book a reading so that we can have time to put into it. But I'm not going to sit up there and waste my time answering somebody who's trying to manipulate me. A wise woman told me, when you're being manipulated, you have two choices: to stop it or to go along with it. Sometimes I don't mind. If it's something that I feel led to do, then I'll go ahead and do it. But the times that I don't want to, no, I don't like to play the game like that. I'm an air sign. Things have to be very logical to me, and I think things through when I read things. I'm like, are they really concerned about how am I doing, or do they just want this free reading when they can come on Friday and figure out that question? They don't have to slide into my inbox during the week to do it. They can do it on Friday or book a reading. So I will say practice gratitude. You know, sometimes we take a lot of things for granted and we take people for granted. Practice gratitude. All right. You know how we do this. Pick a message between 1 through 6. Ask your God, your goddess, your deity, what is the message for you? What do you need to hear? It could be one card, it could be 3 cards, it could be the whole spread. Get in where you fit in. If it does not apply to you, don't even worry about it. Okay? Let's get into it. Mama keep looking at me weird, and I know I got started twisting my hair last night. I was gonna just do 2, like I have been doing. And then I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and just twist individual ones and add some hair in. And Milo was like, who is you? Who you be? Why are you here? Millie too. I'm like, what the hell? You would think that they've seen this before, but they looking brand new. All right. Messages for my people. Any guidance spirit, anything that they need to hear. Messages for the people. We had a couple of them. All righty. All right, spirit. Card number 3. Oh. Do we have any more flip over? When is this happening, spirit? Or what's going on with this situation? Whoa. I caught you too. Thought you was gonna fly and have me bend all over on the floor and everything like that. Nope. Thank you, spirit. What's going on with card number 5? What is going on with card number 5? Ooh. Somebody might be having some issues with love. Card number 6, spirit. Alrighty. Hold up. Card number 6. Any guidance, any messages? Card number 6. Is that it? Oh, has to do with money. All right, let's get into it. Card number 1, first card that came out was self-imposed bondage. Card number 2 is despair. So for some of you, you're going through an energy where spirit is like, okay, you're not feeling good about a situation. You could be frustrated with a situation, but the self-imposed bondage is a situation that you put yourself into. So card number 1, if you're dealing with something and you're waking up and going, damn, fuck, what am I going to do? What's going on with me? Why are things working out the way that it's working out for me? I don't understand. Yeah, you do. Because the energy is decisions that you are making. So some of you could be really coming, having this come to whatever deity that you pray to moment on. Why am I always in this situation, or why is this situation happening with me? And it's because spirit is saying that there's some things that you are doing that could be either holding you back, or it could be making life harder on you. Now, with the self-imposed bondage, you can come out of whatever this is. This may just be really getting honest. It's almost like, if you are you are doing the same thing, like, how can I explain it? I have an electric lawnmower. I didn't charge it up all the way when I knew I wanted to use it the next day. So I'm out there cutting the grass, it stops. Going back, start it up, cut the grass a little bit, it stops. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? It's going to take me forever to cut this grass. And the spirit was like, if your dumb ass would have plugged the thing up last night, you would have been fully charged and you could have cut the grass. This is not the first time I've done this. So at a certain point, I'm looking at myself in the middle of the yard like, oh, spirit, yes, yes. I keep putting myself in this position because either I'm not thinking it through, or I'm being too lazy when I put it in to go ahead and just plug it up and charge it, Or either I don't think about it until I have to pull the lawnmower out. The spirit is like, okay, come on, let's get it together. Let's get it together, because it's not us causing this obstacle with you trying to do this. This is you not doing what you need to do to have the tools to do what you need to complete. And then you got the nerve to be, some despair, like, oh, well, it's me. I'm out here. These mosquitoes are killing me. Now I got to take the weed whacker or whatever and go around and kind of cut this stuff up because my lawnmower is in charge. Spirit is like, look, that's on you. But for some of you, you could be going through a situation where it's like, oh, I can't do this anymore. I'm frustrated. I'm irritated. The spirit is like, what is your part in this? What do you keep doing that you need to go ahead and let go of? What are you repeating? And that's what lessons are, right? We keep repeating something until it kind of like, are you getting it? Like, how many times does it take me to sit in the middle of my yard wondering why the damn lawnmower won't cut grass when I know I'm not charging it? So Spirit is like, you know what? If you're going to keep doing it, keep doing it. But you're going to keep getting the same outcome. So at some point, guess what the lawnmower is doing right now? It's charging because I'm tired of getting going and then it stops. So Spirit is like, okay, did you learn the lesson? Yeah, I did. I did. Some of you have a lesson to learn, and it's going to be on you, because it's not people holding you back, it's not spirit holding you back, it is literally you. This could also be some fear. Maybe you made some bad decisions in the past and it's like, I don't even know if I want to go a different way, or I don't even know if this is the right decision to make, or should I be doing this. You may need to go ahead and let go of this energy so that you can also let go of this energy, because they're not good energies together. This is literally like, man, things are not working out the way for me. I don't understand why I can't get ahead. I don't understand why life is doing this to me. Spirit is saying life ain't doing this to you. It's the choices that you're making. And that's a hard freaking lesson to hear when you know it's on you. And if you're honest with yourself, like I had to be, it was on me, right? So, oh, when spirit talks sometimes, they're like, look, you need to look at yourself in the mirror. And I'll be like, yeah. Card number 2. First card that came out was fake friends. Second card was anger. So some of you may be dealing with a situation where you are butting heads with somebody. And we are in Mercury. There could be a conversation that comes out or something that you heard, overheard. Somebody may come back and talk to you and tell you something. But I feel like there's a lot of miscommunication that could be coming in with a friend. So I will say, whether this is you or them, I feel like the communication should be uh, handled with kid gloves within the next month, at least the next 4 weeks, I believe. Because I feel like somebody is realizing that somebody they were close to is really not the friend that they thought they were. Or this person did something that really pissed you off, and you're like, oh, I can't get past this. I might need to say this. So some of you, you may be going off on someone because of something that was said or heard, or you may actually even be seeing a person for who they really are, and it may come in with conflict. This could also be somebody doing this to you. I mean, this is a general read. But when we talk about being authentic and things like that, the fake friend is somebody who's two-faced. They're wearing, a face where it's like, hey, and then that's not their energy. Or either you're dealing with somebody that is, they're trying to make everybody think that they're this person, and you're seeing them for what they really are. But I really feel like somebody kind of pushed you, and I think it came with conversation. Some of you may be having a conversation with someone that really kind of takes you over the edge, and then you're like, you know what, I don't feel the same way about you. You may not be breaking up with this person, but you may be having this conversation. I don't feel the same way. I don't want to put the same type of energy into you, because you're moving different. You're moving different with me. And they may have said something or done something that made you feel that way. Yeah. I don't know. I'm getting something definitely with communication, and this could be somebody lying. Some of you may be catching somebody in a lie, or they're not being honest with you. And you're almost like, okay, I thought we were friends. I thought we were cool. And now I'm realizing you're not being honest with me. And that could be why your feelings are changing about this person. Card number 3. Soulmate card came out first, and then we have new love coming in, and then we have mental confusion. Now, I didn't even see this card fly out, so it must have been stuck to new love, which could be some of you have met somebody, and the soulmate vibe. Oh, I feel like I've known you forever. there's a connection, and then you're like, it's so intense. I don't even understand why it's so intense. But it could be too that the connection is confusing you. Maybe you're dealing with somebody that is, they're there, they move back, or there's some uncertainty, there's some confusion definitely that's going on, and I can't tell if it's with you or them. But you may be like, okay, this feeling is coming in really, really strong. I don't know what this is. I'm not even sure if I like it, but I don't know if I want to move forward with this. But I want to kind of explore because I'm attracted to you, but I kind of really don't know if I'm up for all this stuff like that. So this could be confusion on you, or you could really be dealing with somebody who's not all there. They may be mentally confused. I get somebody who is I don't know. I feel like that if they're not on medication, they should be taking medication. So this could go to you, this could go to the other person. But I feel like that they need something to help regulate them. And so there may be this really strong attraction with this person, but you may be looking at them like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Or they might be looking at you like that, like, what the fuck wrong with you? Somebody is off when it comes to either their emotional maturity or there is literally some type of disorder. Now, I believe really all of us fucked up in the head about now. I really do. If somebody say they not, I have to question that. I have to question it. We don't been through some hellified stuff, and if somebody is telling me that they're absolutely sane at this point in life, I don't believe you. I do not believe you because I am fucked up in the head, and if I'm fucked up in the head, I think you might be fucked up in the head too. Now we might be different degrees of fucked up in the head. It can go like that. But some of you, yeah, there's either a confusion about the love, the intensity is throwing you off, or you're dealing with somebody who's not all there, or somebody's looking at you and going, "You're not all there," which, hey, it is what it is. But I do feel like take your time. Card number three, if you are connecting to somebody with a love thing, they may be attracted to you. They may even want to communicate with you, and there may be a very strong attraction with this person. You may even be like, okay, why are they not asking me out? Or why are they not spending time with me? And it could be that either they're looking at you that you're a little bit off, or you're looking at them like they're a little bit off. Interesting. All right, card number four. First card that came out was education, learning something new, and then spirit protection. Hey, what's going on, baby girl? So I feel like with this, some of you may be thinking about going back to school, and you may be like, I don't have what I need to go back to school, or this is not the right time, or I don't understand. I don't want to go back to school. I feel like there's a big energy too of somebody that's like, I don't even want to do this. Spirit is like, you need to. There's something that you get out of this that is good for you. Now, any type of education, I think if you're learning something, is going to be beneficial for you. And I don't give a shit what it is, how to plant, crops, how to sift dirt, what butterflies, what. I mean, we never stop learning. But some of you, I think you've shut down or you're in a space where it's like, I don't want to do this anymore because you feel like it's going to be a drain on you, or there is this fear of maybe I'm too old and I can't absorb the knowledge or whatever. Spirit is like, we are with you. We are walking this journey. We're opening this door for you. So if you feel led to go back to school, or you feel like opportunity comes in for education, you need to do it. Stop putting it off. Card number four. I feel like some of y'all are putting it off. Like, I don't want to do it. I don't have the money. My kids are too young. My husband works too much. I'm too far away from the school. All I get is a lot of excuses. And Spirit is like, we got you, which means that if you go to them, they will open up doors for things to work with you. It's like, what the hell is that? Sound like it was coming through the house, school bus. So if you're putting it off, you need to go ahead and really invest in this. You need to invest in yourself, Spirit is saying, because I feel like that there's money that is going to be coming. Some of you could be working a job or dealing with something where your skill set is holding you back. Like, you could do more, but you're not doing more because you don't have the skill set. And this may not be a 4-year education, you guys. This could be getting certified in something. getting qualified or whatever so that you can move to the next level. So for some of you, this may not be going to a 4-year university. This could even be getting a skill so that you can work in a field that pays more money than what you're making now. Okay, card number 5. Let's see. The first thing that came out was the player. And I'm like, what is the player doing? And then I see conflict and then watch your mouth. So we got somebody that's doing a whole lot of talking, but there's conflict that comes out of it. This could be an argument, but I feel like that if this is an argument, this is somebody gossiping with other people. So some of you may be breaking up with someone or going through something where there's a breakup or a separation, whether this is a platonic situation or romantic. And all of a sudden, you start hearing, oh, well, this person is saying ABC. Could have been this crazy ass person over here. This some of y'all may have connected with this new love that was mentally confused, and then you're like, okay, let me go ahead and leave you alone. And now you hear that this person is talking craziness about you. Some of you too may find out that somebody that is telling you that they're free and clear. Oh, I can date you. I ain't married. I ain't with nobody. You may be finding out that this person is not telling you the truth because the first card that comes out is showing a player, somebody who's uncommitted. This could be baby mamas or baby daddies coming in and wanting to argue about this one person. And then we got watch your mouth. This is telling me card number 5. If you're getting in drama because of somebody else, it's not your drama. Spirit is like watch your mouth, maybe pull back away. Don't get involved with it. Don't get in arguments with these people because this could be you going back and forth with somebody while this player energy is daddling on to the next victim or wherever he or she is going. So it may have been something that came out about this person and you're going back and forth with his people or her people. And then you're like, okay, I'm wasting energy. And it could have been somebody that told you something, called you out of your name, or even told you that this person was married to them or with them. And you're upset with them. I feel like that this person is the catalyst that started everything. So I would say, screw this with these people. And if you need to have a conversation, you need to be talking to this person directly. But it could be that they actually brought other people into this to be a distraction so that they could cadaver on, go on to their next person. Be careful when it comes to what you hear this week, especially when it comes to love or commitments or things like that, because it may be gossip. It may be somebody is saying something to rile everybody up, but I'm wondering what they're hiding. I feel like somebody is stirring something up because they don't want you to see what you need to see with them, which means that they could be into something or with somebody else, but maybe you onto it. Maybe you're like, okay, I don't went through the phone. I'm seeing messages I don't understand. Let me call this person. You call the person, and then next thing you know, you talking to him, her, the mama, the daddy, the grandbabies, or whatever, telling you that this person is, attached to them. Or maybe they're even telling you that this person is no good. Some of you, I feel like there's something that's going to come out with someone or come out that will make you upset. But maybe it's because you need to see that somebody you're wasting energy on is not good. They're not a good person. I don't want to say they're not a good person. They're uncommitted. They could be playing games. Maybe they're just a little emotional immature. They have to grow up some. But the conflict and the drama, you don't need to be a part of that. You really don't need to be a part of that. Card number 6. The first card that came out was assert yourself. And I was like, okay, why? And then we get some conflict with work. And then we get money coming in. Some of you may be having some type of situation where maybe there's a promotion or something that's supposed to be coming your way or something you're supposed to be getting and you're not getting it or it's being taken away from you and you're just kind of going along with the whatever the flow of it is, knowing that this money should be coming to you. So whatever this conflict is, it's like I don't even want to be involved with this because we need to talk about this. So card number 5 and 6 are really about cutting out the middleman and dealing directly with the person that you need to deal with. Because we got conflict on both of those, which are extra people that don't need to be there. So if you're unhappy with a job situation, don't go tell Sally Sue. Don't go tell Billy Bob. Don't go tell Mabel May or whatever you want to call her. You need to go ahead and talk to your supervisor or the person who has authority to fix it. The spirit is like assert yourself. Some of you, you're just going along with life and taking whatever people throw at you or whatever they're saying to you. And Spirit is like, you don't have to do that. You need to assert yourself, especially when it comes to your finances. If you know that you're supposed to be getting paid $30 an hour and they come up with this, well, we're having problems with the warehouse or the classroom or the bus or whatever it is that you're working at, and we can only pay you 17. Well, that's not what we discussed when you hired me. This is the pay that you told me you were going to pay me. This job is supposed to be supplying that for me. If you go and talk to these other people, all you're going to do is start some type of gossip where they go and tell other people, and then eventually it may make it to the person that you need to talk to, but you lose credibility at that point because you've already talked to everybody else. So, card number 6, if you're having an issue with work, with your job, with your money, don't go tell all these non-factor people that can't do anything about it just because you're venting. Oh, well, let me, I got to let this out. I don't want to go to HR. I don't want to go to my supervisor and talk to them about it, but I'm going to tell 15 other people. It's going to get back. And then it's going to make you look crazy because Spirit is like, you need to assert yourself. Some of you could be doing this. Maybe you think other people are going to stand up for you and go fight for your money, but what the fuck they fighting for your money for? You need to be fighting for your money. Don't if you're trying to delegate something that you need to take care of, card number 6, don't do it. It's time to stand. Put your foot down. Pay me my money. Give me what you said you was gonna give me when you hired me. Let's go ahead and work this out. I don't have time to play anymore. If I can't get, what I need to get, then I need to go ahead and start looking for something else. Now you don't have to tell them that. But if you're not getting what you need from a job that you're on, some of you may need to go back to school, up your skill, and then apply for another job. Because if not, you're losing money. Don't let them take your money and play with you, card number 6. Some of you, you may not be committed to the job. And if you're not, and you're not getting paid, that makes it easier to move on. But don't allow somebody to have your check be, missing or less than what you thought it was. And you're like, oh, well, I'll just pray that they make it up the next month. No, they may not. And then you be screwed. And then you'll be up there talking about, well, they supposed to pay me. They supposed to give me my money. I've been working here 6 years. They've been doing this to me, and you telling this to everybody else, but who, is the one that pays the check, that writes their name on the check. It ain't gonna do you any good, but it's gonna make you look crazy. And if it gets back to the right people, it could get you fired. Don't do that. Don't play yourself out like that. Spirit is like, assert yourself. Put your foot down. Go get what is yours, and you ain't got to be in there talking crazy. Let's be professional. When I signed this contract to do this, my pay scale said that this is what I'm getting a week. I'm looking at my paycheck. This is not what is happening. We need to, sit down and figure out what the problem is. If this is a promotion that you're supposed to have and they're trying to take it away, let's sit down and negotiate this because I feel like I'm qualified for this position and I've been passed over and I want to understand why. If there's no growth for me here, I need to understand this. So in my mind, I can go apply and put my resume out at another job where I'm appreciated. You're going to have to really talk for yourself with this card number 6. All right, my loves? I wish you the best. Stay safe. Mwah.